So hey guys, welcome to Color Dreams. If you are new to this channel, we'll cover here all about photography, editing, lighting, gear and much more about photography. So today we have an interesting topic. Today we are going to cover color balance, color temperature or white balance, which is like an important topic while I edit, while I take pictures. And this was asked in one of my Instagram comments. So we are going to cover this today. You can specifically see this is like a 4th grade chart where you can see RGB colors. So basically color balance is all about matching of RGB colors. So every picture is made of RGB colors. So red, green and blue. Color balance is basically global adjustment of the intensities of these three colors. This is an important thing that you always get in a white balance neutral colors. So white looks like white, green looks like green and the red looks like red. So that is all about color balance, which is called gray balance, neutral balance or white balance. This is another picture on my screen which shows you, like, take you to the 4th grade. It shows you additive colors and subtractive colors. So if you see, when you mix red and blue you get magenta, if you mix green and blue you get cyan, if you red and so forth and so forth. Like if you go to the CMYK color theory, if you mix cyan and green, cyan and yellow you get green. So basically color balance changes the overall mixture of colors in an image and is used for color correction. So whatever you see while taking pictures, it's all about color correction, and you always look for the gray point or the white point to always get the color balance correctly. In the gray card method, what you basically do is you have a gray card. It's like 50% gray. You give it to the person who you are going to photograph. Take a picture with the gray, him holding the gray card in the first picture, and next you can take the pictures later. So this gray card picture will be your reference for all your future photos, white balance. So use this photo as a white balance in your post processing as a reference point. The third method, setting your custom balance on your own. Basically you check the mood, of the picture, you check the mood of the environment, and you can set your custom balance. That either you set it to cooler tones, either you set it to neutral, or you set it to a sunny day. So it's up to you how you analyze the environment, how you analyze and how you want to get the picture to be more creative. So either you want to make day to be a night, or you want to make night to be a day. So it all depends on your color balance, and you can set this manually and you can change the mood of the picture. As you can see in this photo now, either you use the warm colors or you use the cool colors. So what falls into the warm color is showed in the color chart wheel, and what falls into the cool colors. So basically you change your temperature accordingly to what mood you want. Either you want a cooler mood or you want a warm mood. Depend on what you're capturing as well. So it's, if it is an outdoor beauty shot or something which is like you're using flowers and everything, you want a cooler mood. If you want a grungy look, you are doing a street style, you want a warmer mood, or you want like a contrasty mood. So color temperature plays a bigger part in setting the mood. Continuing on the same things, here are some pictures which I took with my Iron Man. Just by changing different color or white balances in my camera and took the same picture, then how the mood changes of the picture. So if you can see on the right hand side, if you see, this picture was taken with a light source as tungsten. So I set the camera to tungsten. There's one of the option there. So this picture which I'm highlighting now, this was taken in a shade mode, so it looks so very warmer. So you definitely completely change the mood of your picture. Going to the next picture, so this was taken like a cloudy weather, so this definitely looks very different than what you are looking into with the shade one. So it looks a bit less warmer. This was doing a fine weather, so it is like a normal day and everything, and still it looks a bit less warm towards than the other one. Let's go to the next one. So this was a normal where I set up the color balance on my own. So I put like 5600 Kelvin. So this is like a Kelvin temperature. So this was like 5600, which is like a normal daylight temperature. So it looks like normal. This all pictures were taken around 8 a.m. in the morning. So if you see the next picture, so this next picture is like a fluorescent. So if you can see, it's going more towards the cooler and the fluorescent side. I'll say the magenta side. Let's coming to the next one. So this again is one of the option in your flash. So generally we use flash option or direct sunlight option when you're using a flash. So it basically gives you warmer tones. I would definitely suggest you using the correct color balance as per your mood, how it looks into your picture. Coming to this one also I set up manually, so just show you the contrast of pictures. This was around 3200 Kelvin, so it makes the picture altogether cooler. So I just change the mood of the picture. If you can see, I just change day into night or day into evening. So that's what all color balance about. The other method which I always use to get faster pictures is I always shoot in RAW. So you can always set your color balance in post. So if you are shooting RAW, you get the complete freedom of doing it in post as well. So I generally shoot direct sunlight or auto. That gives me a freedom to set the color balance in the post as well. But if you're shooting JPEG, it still gives you a color balance but not that much of control. So I would rather say, if you're going to shoot JPEGs, set your color balance correctly in camera while taking pictures. If you're shooting RAW, you can change it later as well. If I see this was taken around a warmer color tone which is higher, like I showed you earlier. But as the last method says, you can always change this into post to completely change the mood of the colors. So you can make it day and night, and you can always make it more warmer. So it definitely depends on the mood of the picture. So the other thing which is important about color balance is also it defines the hue of the color. So hue is definitely the tint what you can see in the Lightroom. So making it cooler, and if you change the tint accordingly, so you can always adjust how the picture looks or how the color gets. So this looks like a movie picture where it is looking color graded like a Matrix movie, or you can always change it to a different color where it looks like a different warmer day, like a Tom Hardy movie or something. So color balance is all about temperature and the hue and how you balance your color. And the one of the best methods if you are shooting RAW is always you can do it in post as well. To finish this topic today, we are going to quickly edit this picture with a different color balance and also a bit of split toning, so that's give a different color grading to your photo. So this looks like a warmer photo, but I want it to be a more cooler photo, so I can always change it to a cooler, but it looks like more magenta or greenish, so I will change it to a bit greenish so it looks like a Matrix movie. But then what I will do is I'll go to my split toning, and I want like shadows and highlights to be changed according to my mood. So I think shadows should look, with the Iron Man movie, should look good with yellows or good with greens as well, but we'll go for yellows, and you can change the balance accordingly. I think the shadows should look like blues, so if I do it like this, so I think a bit of magenta will also look nice. But if I do this looks nice. So this looks like a movie that Iron Man is looking at. It completely changed the face of the picture. Either you do it using a gray card method, either you set it according to the mood of the picture. If you are in a studio, you can always control it. And the best method is, if you're shooting RAW, you can always change it into post and you can get the mood what you want. So this was all about color theory. Basically, I'll come back to this picture where I showed you additive and subtractive colors, and to close off this topic, I will show you there are basically two methods where you match colors. So you must have heard of RGB and CMYK. So they are the additive or subtractive colors which I said earlier. So either you use one of the channels, or you use the additive method or the subtractive methods to get different colors. So there are various ways to get these colors. While doing your color grading in your pictures, think of these colors, that which color goes with which one and which looks good. So always have a mind that how the color interacts with each other and what colors it forms. So if you see in the additive color, if you mix all of the three colors, you get white. And in the subtractive method, if you mix all of the cyan, pink and yellow, you get black. So that's a neutral point. That's the white balance. So always you want to set the white balance where you see the actual colors. Another example I'm going to quickly show you is on my Lightroom, that how to set the white balance. You go to your basic panel, there is an eyedropper tool which says the white balance selector. You just go there and choose a point where you think the color would have been white, actually would have been white in the actual picture. So if I think this is a white, so it doesn't look like a white. Or if maybe his chest was a white, it looks like a white, so it looks color graded. But you can always play with this. You can choose a different colors and you can experiment with this. But this was an Iron Man picture, so it looks like fantasy, but in an actual portrait, my suggestion will be to choose something which is white, basically his eye, or something which is white or near to white or like 50% gray, like a gray card method. So choose something which is gray, like this is gray, so that gives you a correct white balance. So to close off this topic, I will repeat the 3 points which you can use to color balance. Either use a gray card, either you set your color balance on your own, either you use one of the methods given in your camera to choose flash, auto white balance, and the important one is shoot in raw, shoot in auto or one of the color balance and change it in post. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for next videos.